Hello, my name is Keyan Carlile, and I'm the creator of the Transformers Animated Season 4 YouTube fan project that sucks and is bad. What newer viewers of this channel might not realize, and are lucky to not realize, is that these episodes originated as storyboards that I created in high school, and they are 100 times worse than the animations could ever dream of being. What you're about to watch are me and my main collaborator for the animated versions, Alex Cabrera, trashing the original versions through an audio commentary. This is just one of two abridged commentaries. An alternate take is available on my channel with different clips, different reactions, and a full unedited version is up on my Patreon, although I don't imagine this is going to be a crowd puller. Links for everything in the description. Alright, without further ado, please enjoy.
I'm so scared. I'm actually terrified right now. Even though I've watched it like a million times back then. I can't go back to them now.
I forgot it started with a Megatron dialogue over black.
Yeah, it was like the humiliation, the disgrace, or something like that. so cringy. I have no idea. How you made these. Like making the storyboards looks like more painful than just making the animations. Like you just have like your crayons. You just have like your crayons and like your paper.
140.
I hate the hat that you gave. Sorry, I'm like it feels so it feels like so unfitting. Like the beanie. It's like she's a criminal.
It's cold. It has the little.
I know, but she looks like a criminal. I don't know. Maybe if it was colored, yeah.
30 years behind bars.
Probably vehicular manslaughter.
Tax fraud. Vehicular manslaughter.
Oh my god, his cheekbones. I hate his like the cheek. He has like the most punchable face because of the cheekbones alone.
Someone drew fan art of this. It's like, thank you, but I wouldn't even draw fan art of this. This was an awful idea. I was
Sorry, lived her whole life in abstinence
with this little script here, but it's like, even if your ideas are starting to be good, you just don't know how to execute them when you're 16 or whatever. I mean, some 16-year-olds are talented, but I was not. See, I was like, oh, Thumbtack should be older, and then I made him like an Alzheimer's patient.
Like.
So embarrassing.
How was he supposed to be inventing stuff in the past 10 years, like, to defeat Megatron like that?
I can't watch this. I have not watched Resurgence Part 1 in years, and I would not have watched it again if you hadn't forced me to.
I thought it would be funny, and it is funny so far.
It's funny for you.
You're laughing.
Okay, I'm laughing out of pain. I'm crying. Oh god, why are they just sitting at the park? They should die. Look at her face. It's so ugly. And here's the thing too. This was traced from the show. I traced it and it still looked this bad. Because I didn't even know how to trace. I didn't know how to do anything. There's like eraser sheds on the scan. And then again, this is like a scene which was pretty much identical in the final animated version of the episode. It's just I got rid of Cade. Hey, I don't think people hate B127. You know, they don't like him. But
yeah, he's Sorry's. That's Sorry's new boyfriend, alright.
Ew, no. Okay, I hate people who ship Bumblebee and Sorry because Sorry is 8, Bumblebee is about 1,000.
That was the most common shit back in the day. I
know. It's like, think about that. Ew. And also,
you know people ship Blitzwing and Bumblebee a lot.
They interacted like twice. Really? I
know.
Never heard of that.
I know, but it's even weirder to me because Blitzwing's like an old German man and Bumblebee's like a teenager.
Yeah, and I think it's probably just the fact that Bumper Robinson did both their voices. Do you think he knows that people ship their characters? Okay, no disrespect to the illustrious, fabulous Skatska on Instagram, but shipping Blur and Shockwave is so strange because Shockwave just like murdered Blur. It's like, what kind of Stockholm syndrome shit is this?
It's amazing. Shockwave and Blur is like probably one of the most popular ones.
Yeah, Shockwave and Blur is like the biggest ship, and it's I don't get it.
I think people just like Shockwave and Blur.
Yeah, Shockwave has to be shipped with someone. It's the Onceler effect. Don't say that cursed name, and then I just flip the image to be her turning around.
Amazing.
I'm excited for the Beast Wars episode, Truck Not Monkey, which is the next
I have no idea what to expect from that animation wise. I don't know what
I haven't shown you that script, have I?
You did a little bit.
Oh, I showed you like
not all of it.
Parts of it, a couple scenes, but no, I'll send it to you.
Some deck couldn't be here because he has Alzheimer's.
Yes, some deck did nothing in my season, and that was again like a big regret I had. I was like halfway through doing Resurgence Part 3 when I was like, why isn't some deck here? So I actually had to go and add him to a bunch of scenes. I'm talking about the animated version.
Hey, I think Resurgence Part 2 is still pretty good. It's just like the animated one, but like you hate it.
Yeah, I think, well, that was when you first started to get involved, is animated Resurgence Part 2. I think at that point, you were just, I was like sending you an occasional screenshot or something, and then you offered me a bunch of your own drawings to put in.
Yeah, I was like shooting drawings in the dark because I had no idea what you were doing. I was using the actual storyboards as like a outline to help do the animated one, and that didn't help much because the animated one is like really really different, and it was more different than I anticipated. So when I watched this, I was like, oh, wow, I could have drawn something for that scene.
Look at her. She just lays on the bomb.
I know. I thought she died.
Everyone thought she died.
When I watched it, I was
Absolutely,
like, "What? No, Slipstream's dead. No!" I was so sad.
Yeah,
I was like, "No, why would
just,
you do that?"
She was blown away. She's chilling, and then I also threw her into Part 4 at the end just to remind everyone she's super alive now. Don't worry.
Oh my god! Suddenly a high quality Cybertron image. You should have just like drawn Cybertron really crappily instead of just putting the picture there. Yeah, kind of Lugnut looks weird pushing that thing up.
Of course he does. It's from the storyboards. These get.
I know, but like it's just like his forearms are small. Oh my god! Wait, so Cyclonus brought the bomb in his hand?
Yeah.
I just have it in my hand. They didn't check for the bomb.
All the troopers are like, "Oh, we checked his feet."
Lugnut shrieks.
God, it's so loud.
I can hear him screaming through that.
I can't believe that I spent years doing this voice for Megatron. Like, I remember every single time I'd be like, let me try a little deeper. And it was, I can't.
It sounds
it's
terrible.
Not in my range. I'm so glad you came along.
I know how that feels, because, like, there's some voices I can't do, but, Megatron, like, I figured, I didn't start doing his voice until, like, this year. I was, like, because I was, like, memeing in a group chat, and so I decided to do, like, a Pickle Rick meme, and I was like, Lugnuts, I kid you not. He turns himself into a pickle. He calls himself Pickle Rick. Or something like that.
That's canon. That's actually what would have been dialogue in the Trial of Megatron. That was in the TF Nation canon.
As Megatron dies at the end of season 4, he's like, Professor, I kid you not.
Any last words, Megatron?
I kid you not, Professor. I kid you not, Professor. He turns himself into a pickle. He calls himself...
Professor Sumnak, I'm not making it up.
I'm not making this up. He's like, wait, don't kill me now. I have to tell you this about the funniest thing I've ever heard in my life cycle.
I have to tell you about this guy who turned himself into a pickle professor. Do you think Shatterglass Ratchet is just Rick from Rick and Morty?
That makes sense.
Bumblebee, I turned myself into a pickle.
Could you even do Ratchet? Is that possible? Maybe.
I don't think I... Well, I mean, I could do a Ratchet voice, but would it be good? No. Just like everyone else I voice.
I like how you trace the character models straight up.
Okay.
They're just... Bulkhead's mouth! Oh my god! Bulkhead's mouth scares me. Bumblebee's arms are just not even... They're just... Like the wheels aren't correct. It's so strange to me.
I know, all these are just the models. We should name the episodes to Cade Part 1, Cade Part 2, and Cade Part 3.
Yeah, just unlist them and then like just rename them to that. Wait, just call the whole storyboards Cade. Just Cade, like the whole season.
Fan-made Cade. Fan-Cade
He's
storyboard.
the main... He's the main character. That's a Thu level pun. I'll give you that.
Look how it says black. I was supposed to color them in black and I forgot.
Oh, like his face?
No, the space
Like
bridges. I just wrote the word black on on the space
You wrote
bridge.
the word black on it? Wait, what? Go back. I didn't see that.
Here, but no. I'm just not an artist, and that's the reason why.
Well, you're an artist in other ways.
Yeah, I guess. I'm just not a visual artist. I've never really taken the time to learn. Whereas my sister is like a professional artist who does this for a living. I'm just like, let me trace this one specific art style by Derek J. Wyatt and put it on YouTube.
It looks weird. Optimus is unibrow. It looks like Optimus has a unibrow.
I remember that.
I didn't notice that before.
I remember being like, wow, this attack on Iacon looks so good.
Oh my god, Jetfire and Jetstorm's voice. Oh my god. Here, it sounds better, but in like the animated version. I've actually talked to like my Russian friend about maybe, sort of,
I didn't even realize they were Russian at the time. I just thought they had funny voices. I was just so sheltered my whole childhood that I, honest to God, I didn't know Jetfire and Jetstorm had Russian accents. I thought they just had cool
I knew they had some sort of accent, but I didn't know if it was Russian. I thought I was like thinking like between Russian or German. I was never sure.
It's strange that Phil Lamar and Tom Kenny both voice them, but they have like the exact same voice. Whereas if you're just listening to their audio, you don't even know which one it is.
That's like, how does I don't know? That's like the most like you wouldn't expect Tom Kenny to sound like that.
Tom Kenny can sound like anything. That dude's so talented.
Yeah. Oh yeah, let's get Tom Kenny to voice Optimus Prime.
He could do it though.
I would love to hear that.
When I was in like 4th grade or something, there was this playground rumor that Tom Kenny only does the SpongeBob voice by doing drugs, and that he died of a drug overdose. And every 4th grade was like, that happened. And I was like, I don't think you could do drugs and be a voice actor. That's kind of illegal. But everyone
I've never heard of that.
Yeah,
I've never heard of that.
I think it was exclusive to my school. It was just one of those
That's like the weirdest rumor.
On the playground. Yeah,
That's like the strangest rumor I've ever heard from like a school. Like Tom Kenny is dead and he uses drugs. Like what? Like, imagine being like 5. Imagine it being 5 and like your kindergarten friend just comes up with
that. Did you hear that SpongeBob's voice actor does drugs? Like that's your introduction to drugs.
I remember back with like the playground rumors of like the world ending and stuff. Of like in 2012. That was fun. My experience with animated like on YouTube is very strange. So like I would watch, I started with the toy reviews. And then like I watched like a million AMVs, which is why my channel looks like the way it does, because I was like, I want to be a part of that. So I just spammed a bunch of them over the course of this whole year. And it was fun. I like making it. It's fun. Some of the old ones have like 3 million views. I was like, damn. The Transformers Prime sound effect still remains after these years.
Yeah. It's because there wasn't anything that really approximated it in TFA.
You could straight up use
sound design.
You could use sound effects from Omniverse, and you could use it in your episodes, and no one will notice.
You know what?
No one will notice.
It might actually. I might. I need to watch that. I just haven't gotten the motivation to watch.
You have to watch like the previous 3 shows to watch Omniverse, because like watching Omniverse without seeing the previous 3 is weird, because you miss out. You're like wait, what? Who is this guy?
I do not have the commitment to watch 4 Ben 10 shows.
I think it's worth it. I think it's an interesting ride. You know, it's like Ben 10 was like, but Ben 10 Omniverse was like one of the last Cartoon Network shows like that. You know.
Mm-hmm.
It ended in 2015. That was like one of the final. Like, it's obviously traced from the toys right here. I can see.
And then now Cartoon Network's shifted into like 11-minute cartoons like Teen Titans Go and stuff.
I mean, I know why, because like, you know, there's like it doesn't have like the overarching story thing, where like you have to keep up with every episode, and if you miss one episode, you don't understand what's going on.
Demographics change and stuff. You know, I mean, I don't hate that. Teen Titans
the
Go.
Arm! Oh my god! What? I don't remember that.
No, I remember
I don't
that.
remember
that. I consider doing that in the animated version, just not having the rest of the arm.
I love how you took the time to draw the transwarp, and it looks like another planet, to be honest. It looks like another planet that's forming on top of Earth. This actually is very similar to the final version.
Yeah, it is. Except I extended it with the shot of like Sorry twisting through the Ironhide truck and stuff. So the reason like Resurgence Part 1 and Part 2 take place simultaneously and then both bleed into Part 3, I kind of like that. And the reason I did that was because of the Transformers Prime episodes that did that, where like I think there was 4 episodes in season 2 that weaved in and out of each other, and I thought that was so cool, and I wanted to do that like on a smaller scale, you know, because this show doesn't have massive arcs. Like
it was cool. I mean, I was kind of like bored of like the Relic arc in Transformers Prime, but like that was kind of cool though.
Look at how the actual logo was like smaller than the rest of it. Yeah, no. In Transformers Prime, they had the same relics. They had a relic land on Earth, like every other episode.
But why? How did they get to Earth? How did they get to Earth?
I know, like.
How are they on Earth?
Okay, if this many relics all landed on Earth, does that mean like every other planet also has that many relics on it?
God, I hate the base scenes. I hate the Decepticon base scenes. It looks so ugly because it's all red.
It's interesting because a lot of the individual dialogue in Resurgence Part 3 wound up staying the same. It's just the episode, and like the plot of the episode is the same as well, and yet it's so radically different from the storyboard.
I don't know, like the energy is different.
Yeah.
Man, this is so funny. I don't know why. Like, it's like, yeah, I'm just gonna put them on like their boots.
See, again, like, the energy is different, but the same thing happened as in the original.
Yeah. Yeah, like in the animated version, like the Power Master thing was really hyped up, and then like here he just puts them on like they're just clothes, like he's like. Boop, boop. God, the sound was so weird. Like I was like, what's with the boops? I don't get it.
Yeah, that's just a race car horn sound effect that I can't even find anymore. It doesn't exist anymore. I remember I used that for Fortress Maximus charging, and I used that for Sentinel's power-up in this one.
Omega had 2 voice actors.
Yeah. Kevin
the first
Michael
one
Richardson
I think was better.
Huh?
I prefer the first one, like from the Bridge Too Close.
Kevin Michael Richardson went off to film a movie during season 3. Personally, I can't tell the difference. I don't have a preference between the voice actors. I think Phil Lamar did it like identical to how Kevin
when you hear it back to back, I can really hear the difference.
Oh, okay. I guess I've never listened to it back to back.
Yeah. I like the part where like Megatron's like face shows up on the screen.
Mm-hmm.
I like that part.
That would have been like the same location from the Soundwave episode. Sound and Fury.
I don't know. You think you can fit that into like a future episode? Because I like that scene.
I was going through comments that YouTube has withheld. You already know the story, but I'd never discovered this, and There was someone who left the exact same comment on all of the storyboards. Excellent work, very good, with a bunch of emoticons. And he left the same comment on every single storyboard episode. And then, for no reason, I got like 20, 30 identical hate comments. Like, you ruined Transformers Animated forever. You just cussing me out on the animated episodes. From the same person. And it's like, I'm sorry, did you prefer these?
You ruined animated forever because you said something bad about Cyberverse. Because you said something bad about.
Oh yeah, no.
It's because you said something.
Yeah, it's because.
Yeah, you said something bad about Cyberverse, and then he just had like this Joker moment. He just became a supervillain.
Supervillain origin story. Yeah, no, that I left a positive review of Cyberverse. I just said it had some issues, and then he got so mad, and then he said because I left a negative review of Transformers Cyberverse, he said I ruined Transformers Animated forever.
Look at that amazing! Look at how big. Oh, sorry, it's just massive next to Omega Supreme. I like how she's suddenly half his size.
Something I never even thought about back in the day, but I think about now is that they're like, we gotta stop the cannon. And then the next scene, they're just in a tunnel, and it doesn't explain why in this version. Look at how...
And she didn't respond with much, like, other than, like, that's exciting and, like, ooh, something like that.
Look, he just
throws the Allspark. I love that.
Look at how there was like 10 minutes left in what became Resurgence Part 4, a full 21-minute episode.
I don't even remember what the final fight here was.
There wasn't one. Optimus and Megatron, they started fighting, and then
you just put an RID character here. I love how you just put an RID character in there for no reason. Like he's
cute.
just.
But yeah, no, I didn't even give it
I know, but I was like
a different Derek to White style.
Imagine. I would have like. That's like making Cade like the Lego guy. Like you just trace the Lego as Cade and just put him in there.
Yeah, it was inspired by the one, like Mars Mission character with the 2 cheekbones. That's straight up what inspired me. They're so blurry. Ew.
They're just standing. They're just standing as they move forward.
See, and then Sorry doesn't even fight Megatron with him, which, like, part 1 was Sorry's story, part 2 was Optimus' story, and part 3 was bringing them together, and yet Sorry and Optimus don't even do anything together, you know?
Wait, you just straight up traced, like, the fighting from Endgame Part 2?
I definitely did.
That was
definitely did.
That was like your solution to the. That was your solution to the epic
all the
fight.
way down. What are his legs like in that shot? Look, everyone's gone.
He's just levitating on top of him. Megatron's like levitating over Optimus, like just standing straight. He's like it's like Minecraft creative mode. He's just laying on him straight like that. My God. I still when I read that trial of Megatron like script thing, I was like, wow. You know what? I do prefer that to Resurgence, just because of like the Cybertron. Like it's basically almost entirely on Cybertron, like in space.
Yeah. No. I mean, if Transformers Animated were to continue for real, I would 100% watch the trial of Megatron over what I made. It's just I don't want to make someone else's story. It's not as appealing to me. It's just connecting the dots when I could be painting the whole canvas. But yeah, no, Trial of Megatron, it's cool. And I'd love to do content based around those original plans sometime.
Like we will never see the Cosmos episode. Rest in peace.
What was the secret he had to tell Optimus? That's actually, we gotta wrap this up now.
We will never find out.
We'll never know. This shot's the same, except the Allspark's upside down for some reason. I just noticed that.
Oh my God! Wait, what? It was upside down.
Yeah, the Allspark was upside down.
Damn, it's just built different.
Well,
how many people predicted that it was Starscream?
Everyone
in the storyboards. Everyone.
Well,
everyone. Oh my God.
That's our reactions to Resurgence Parts 1, 2, and 3, the original storyboards. I don't recommend watching these, but you know, it's fun to look back and see how far I've come, but I'm also fully aware that I have a long way to go. So this is Keyan signing off. Alex, say goodbye.
Bye.
Okay. Bye, everyone.